We reported earlier on a Perth primary school that's done away with most of their free play at recess in favour of structured play monitored by teachers. It's a plan that sparked debate from academics and parenting experts, including our very own Claire Orange. Hi, Claire.
Hi, Tracy.
Now, Clarkson Primary says our kids don't know how to play, they don't get enough practice, too much screen time and absent parenting are being blamed. Are these valid complaints about children these days?
Oh, Tracy, it almost breaks my heart to tell you, I'm a firm advocate for not shaming parents and bringing as much play as possible into schools.
Yep.
And I really agree with this standpoint. If you think the average Australian child by the age of 8 has spent 1 full year on screen, that's
wow.
a lot. Our kids are involved in a lot more sedentary and structured activity after school, and that extends into weekends. So those opportunities to learn play are kind of absent or sometimes minimised. And our schools are coping with that. And now we've got the school who've taken a strong standpoint and said, we've got children in deficit. We're seeing it through, exclusions and loneliness and bullying. And here's our solution.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, okay, right. The principal says, as you mentioned there briefly, the improvement with children's friendships and willingness to learn has been remarkable. And he says there has been a positive outcome. So you're saying this is a positive solution as well?
I do. I really
Okay.
do. I think we live in times now where children don't play as much as they used to, Tracy. So all of those skills that stack, and it's like reading a book. Children who learn to read come with all different levels of ability. Some don't know which way to hold the book or which direction it goes in and need lots of instruction, and other children learn it. Social skills are pretty much the same. Some kids are natural butterflies, off they go, they socialise with everyone, and other children need lots of practice. But what we do know is play is fundamental to the brain development of a child, to the social skill development of a child, and our kids are in deficit. So we should be teaching them in the way that's being taught now.
Exactly what are we talking about here in terms of structured play? What are the teachers doing?
Well, I think there's activities that they're allowing children to participate in, and they're scaffolding and modelling appropriate responses within that in terms of making and keeping friends, sorting out friendship conflicts, helping children to join in, managing all of those very complex social skills instead of just letting them have a free-for-all.
Okay, so what are we talking about here at home as well in terms of trying to boost those social skills for our kids?
Well, I think as parents we've got to remember that even though screen time itself is really not as problematic as we think in terms of we get tied up with how many hours on screen. What we have to remember is that when our children are on screen, they're missing out on building their core strength, building their relationships, building their decision-making, problem-solving, so they're actually losing skills. So we have to remember that as parents, that first few years of life, it's vital. Those are skills we use forever. So spend lots of time, play board games, get your kids outside, get the grass beneath their feet, let them take risks. It's great for their brains. And then schools won't have to take these measures.
And just talking to them, I suppose, isn't it? Being present with the kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right. We'll see how that all unfolds as well at that particular primary school in Clarkson. Claire Orange, thank you very much for your time. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Trace.